Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at downtrend working lower, and my goal as a price action trader according to rules is to locate the correct channel. But our recent channel right now is getting overshoot. Now, overshoot should create fairly quickly after break of the trend channel line stronger pullback in the opposite direction. This is not happening. We keep trending lower quite significantly, and this begs the question: if the channel is actually a little bit wider, it makes sense, it fits quite well, but I still need to take into consideration the possibility that this push phase is overdone. We were considering overshoot. We are bouncing off the trend channel line, so we can expect stronger pullback in the opposite direction. Okay, now every trading market has push phase and correction phase, and according to rules, I'm going to follow shortened trend line rule, respecting the correction as well. That doesn't mean I'm going to be buying because the downtrend is in play, but I need to let the correction play out first before I'm going to start selling. We have a second entry short, but I cannot sell because the uptrend is in play. Visually looks like a one leg up. There's going to be second leg up. We were quite overdone. We're bouncing off the trend channel line. It is right around the open, so I'm patient. This was about to represent double trap, but double trap needs to close below EMA. This is still above, so this is just a third entry short. I cannot sell. I need to see push below EMA and lower high confirmation setup or failed second entry long. We're finally creating the visual two-leg gap pullback. Like I said, I cannot sell just yet because I simply don't know how many pushes higher there's going to be. I need to see push below EMA confirmation that the sellers are intending to do what? They want to see new low for this downtrend because we are breaking the downtrend, and according to rules, the sellers are going to test the new low. Market is breaking below EMA. Okay, good. And now we have lower high confirmation setup of the visual two-leg gap pullback. Double tap. I can see EMA is flattening while the market is attempting to get new low. So market is also entering consolidation phase. So this is good. I can combine basically the range rules with the downtrend, which is why this low high is so great, because you also double tap. It is not fully below EMA, just a tad, but this is a great tier 1 signal bar, great confirmation setup. Your next setup that you're expecting is a failed second entry long bullish trap, which is here. This is the high side of the correction. Count reset. First entry long, second entry long failure. There's going to be a break below this bar. Why this is going to be a trap? Well, because bulls buying on the opposite side of the EMA, while the bigger pattern takes precedence and needs to get new extreme, they're going to get trapped. So we can use the other side of their trade, but my signal bar is quite weak. Notice bullish body, I skipped it today because the signal bar was quite weak. You know, from educational perspective, I can mark it. Context is perfect. It's just that the signal bar on my chart wasn't that great. If you have a better bar, you can definitely go short here. We didn't fully create new extreme. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on new low just yet. We can correct. This is normal. Back below EMA, so I want to see new low, first entry short, second entry short. Can we get it? We cannot. A market created new low. So I'm going to be pausing, looking to short right now, because downtrend played out with the break, new extreme. In order for me to go long, however, I need to see failed second entry short above EMA, reversal pattern, or proven uptrend in the opposite direction first. So this is going to be just area of indecision. I already expect I'm probably not going to be taking a setup for a while, because it is too bearish for me to go long. At the same time, all trends played out for me to start selling. For example, we have a second entry short. It doesn't mean anything. I cannot sell second entry short. Pattern alone means nothing. There is not a good context. Okay, downtrends played out. This is a second entry short, means nothing if we just had a break in extreme and we can correct longer. Okay, so for this reason, I'm not taking this. I can't even mark it because this is really not a good trade to take. You got to be careful. You got to be patient. We are still quite rangy. Now, this is a little bit different because the uptrend now played out with the break in extreme. So that is one factor in our favor. The uptrend is done. The double trap is also triple test, breakout, pullback. One tap, double tap, triple tap, double trap, triple test. So another key entry point. It's closing below EMA, which is giving you information that EMA keeps projecting every single time. So now it is a better setup, basically acting as lower high, that we can consider selling. But you know, in 4 minutes, there's going to be high impact news in 4 minutes. So you shouldn't be trading right around the news like this. I can mark it more advanced, but around the news, you really want to be careful. You really want to be patient. But it is definitely okay setup to take a chance if it's not around the news, because right now you're getting more information, more key entry points. High impact news coming in. Market keeps trending lower. And right now I need to ask myself a question. Every single low and high is lower and lower. EMA keeps projecting, so it looks like there is probably some channel. I was looking for many channels today watching this live. I was looking for many spike in channels. Something like this doesn't look that bad. There is also a channel working lower. Something like this. But, you know, nothing really that would fit that perfectly. But you need to look for some channels to make sure you're not really buying just yet. Okay, we actually have break of the trend channel line, possible overshoot. Market keeps trending higher, and right now this is going to be pivotal. If this trend channel line, the trend line is valid, I want to see getting confirmed and a failed second entry long below EMA. Okay, if the bullish reversal is going to be strong, we're going to blast through this, and I'm going to need to adapt. So let's see what's going to happen. It looked good, but right now we reversed, and the structure is not looking that great. This bullish push is too strong. This downtrend is not really fitting that well. There ended up being a tiny, small break, move to new extreme. So what I'm going to do, adapt in hindsight like this, break, new extreme. There was no good setup regardless because everything is around the news. I'm going to redraw a wider uptrend because the correction right now is turning into quite significant lag. So we are right now reversing. We have a second entry long, but I can't take it because the downtrend is in play. It still worked for a scalp, but you know, the downtrend is in play. Visually looks like one leg working lower. It is not full to EMA. I don't think we can take it. We have a high low, but it's a horrible bearish doji. The body is far from the EMA. Micro double top can reset the count. I cannot really go long here. What I can see is I can notice that this is looking quite as a congestion. Okay, you can see we're going sideways. Big bearish bar that trapped all the sellers. Why? Because this uptrend going to rules needs to get new high, and notice what we have here. This is new high, can reset double top, first entry long, second entry long. This is visual two-leg up pullback as well, and not only that, it is a failed breakout out of this congestion. This is a great setup with the direction of the trend. You need to get new high, so this is definitely an awesome setup to go long. But as you're gonna see, when I'm gonna measure the bar quickly, 4.25. So this is a huge bar, so we need to decrease our risk, and you need to use limit order, at least point back, try to get it to around 3 points, half a point back, something like that. And this would have never happened today. It never came back and tested the formation of the bar. So great setup context wise, you know, on paper. But when you're watching this live, you want to use the limit order a couple of ticks back. And you know, when you're trading real time, your limit order would not have been filled here, unfortunately. Unless, of course, you're risking quite a big bar, which you really shouldn't because the bar is quite big here. But context wise, great. And the next time when it's going to be small, it is definitely decent entry. Now we have a break in extreme. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna redraw short and downtrend working lower. A little bit of a breakout pullback, but I cannot go long just yet. Downtrend working lower. Now I'm starting to anticipate wider uptrend. Why? Because if I'm gonna take a look at the beginning of this uptrend, I can see first two swings allowing us to connect the trend line, third swing confirmation, fourth swing confirmation as well. Okay, so this is a decent channel working higher. We have a second entry long, but notice what is wrong with this setup. This was massive spike up to new high, empty room here, and it looks very veggie. You can see how squeezed this is. This is just a one leg working lower, and we're most likely gonna get the second leg down. This is squeezed, there's empty room here because this was sideways momentum, break, strong push up. But I'm gonna mark it is not a bad setup to take a chance. If you took it, I waited here. I actually took, was a bad trade. I felt second entry short here, but this is not a good setup to trade. Now that I'm watching this in hindsight, you can't go long here because the body is so far from the EMA, just like this high low, right into these highs. You know, the momentum fooled me here, and I ended up having a losing trade. But basically the same issue here arrives, looks veggie, correction is so tiny, we're gonna roll over, the second leg down needs to form, and now it actually formed. Another leg down like this, brought to like a pullback, the new low was tested, and this is what we call multiple test and a visual second entry long. You can actually go long here, multiple tests because the support is holding nicely. Actually, we entered here and market continues to trade higher. So a little tricky area here. If you took the second entry long, which was much better setup than I took the first second entry short, it still would have ended up failing, but it is not a horrible setup to take a chance. So I'm still marking this, even though you got to be careful because the leg down needs to get new low. It is getting too wedgy and too squeezed. You know, there's empty room here, so that tells you the market is going to roll over and going to squeeze you. And the reason why this multiple test is so strong because the visual to like a pullback, and look at this big bearish bar. A lot of sellers must have gotten trapped, and this is what happens almost every single time on strong triple test or multiple test. You could have actually had a decent runner. You can see the market keeps working hard. What you can do, predict where you're going to take your runner, measure the first leg, copy it, use measured move somewhere around this area. Now, as you can see, I was also looking for other alternatives, something like this, spike in a channel with overshoot. I was looking for bigger channels, wider channels, seeing if this uptrend can go higher. You have a second entry long here, but you cannot go long here now. It is not at the EMA with the body. This is depletion. You can see how sharp this spike is. If we're going to play this channel, you can see how steep of a push this is. This is typical depletion, massive bullish bar at the top of the push face. Not full at the EMA. You can see not full at the EMA. This is too much of a depletion. We cannot go long here. We reached the measured move. We got to be careful. The market may correct stronger. If I'm going to pull back, you can see this is the important key level. I can actually copy it because it is resembling a trend range now. Long flat EMA overall. Move down, move up. So this is resembling a trend range. Market keeps trending lower. I don't think we can take anything here. What I can do, I still don't think anything is safe here. Bunch of first entries. Right now I can trust slightly wider downtrend like this. Okay. Market is reversing to the downside. First entry short. And notice what we have. I actually had my channel a little bit tighter like this. Yes. This is much better. I'm also trying to predict possible triple test. Okay. Actually, my bars were a little bit different when I was watching this live. And there was a nicer triple test here. It is not this obvious here. But this is visual second entry short. It is technical micro double bottom. But it's not that big of a deal because these two legs are so broad. Context is perfect because we have 3 key entry points. The downtrend aligns with the EMA, EMA, and the triple test. So we have 3 key entry points. Great two-legged pullback. The downtrend is in play. This is awesome setup. I tried to take this setup, but it was so fast. I didn't get filled here. You needed to use a sell stop order, but this is second entry short, triple test. And the context is so strong here. Broad two-legged pullback. Okay, market keeps trending lower. We have a second, oops, I missed this. We have a second entry short, but this is too big and the uptrend is still in play. You can see it visually looks like a one leg working hard. I cannot sell this far down. Massive bar and the uptrend is in play. Here you can see how broad these two legs are. So you cannot sell, break a new high. However, I cannot sell still because we're above EMA. I need to see push below EMA and something like this, lower high confirmation setup of the broad to like a pullback and get a lower high. Come on, and we cannot get a lower high. A market that created a break and a new extreme. So this is how we're following in the price action. No entry here, and this is quite significant move down. Okay, interesting. New low first entry short. Second entry short, actually from here. I cannot take second entry short after breaking new extreme. You have to skip the very first second entry short after breaking new extreme because there can be new market cycle. So you want to see some confirmation. This is, however, now new high, first entry long, second entry long failure. And that's more of a trap. Felt second entry long, EMA keeps holding, you know. I definitely consider this more advanced, but there are reasons to take it. Felt second entry long because that's right now the stronger setup. This is a bullish trap. Now, because after breaking extreme, I can see so many pushes to the downside, I need to ask myself, why are we trending lower so strongly? So there's probably a bigger pattern, something like this. So I'm going to redraw, oops, actually downtrend like this. But I have small overshoot. Okay, this is quite a spike down, overshoot, we're bouncing off the trend channel line, so it makes sense to expect, excuse me, we're bouncing off the key level as well, at the bottom of the trend range. So you can definitely expect stronger pullback. So of course, after overshoot, I need to be expecting stronger correction. Skipping any second entry short is going to be, there's no good second entry short, horrible. Okay, and this was very tempting. Had this formed not during overshoot phase, okay, if the trend channel line was easier to spot, you could have shorted here. But this is after overshoot. I believe we truly need to get a lower high below EMA. But those two legs are so broad, this is always a great sign. The broader these two legs are, it basically negates any wider channel because this channel is simply, yeah, this is not how market moves. This is incorrect. So there is no good setup here. Horrible bar once again. New high, first entry long, second entry long, failure. But look at the single bar here. Had this been better bar, I don't think we can sell here. Look at the big tail at the bottom here. Once again, the trend line is there. There's a key entry point where all the smart sellers will sell. But look at the single bar. Look at the big tail. If you have no tail here, just this bearish bar, you can sell even above EMA because it is off the trend channel line. It is just forming so ugly. You know, there's just horrible bar and market keeps working low, but this is the reason why we're looking for these key entry points. Okay, first entry short only, gonna redraw short on uptrend, break a new high, so I need to see push below EMA and a lower high confirmation separate. The sellers are in the market, getting a lower high. Uh-oh, why the market is trending to the upside? This is quite confusing. I'm gonna zoom back. You can see this is a big trend range overall, so we can expect some stronger bounce, but this downtrend should still get new low. So I'm still not giving up on new extreme just yet. I'm going to be observing how the EMA is reacting. Okay, but EMA held here, and it's probably a good sign that we're not going to test the new extreme of the downtrend, and especially now when the market keeps holding. So I'm going to redraw, break a new extreme. I don't see any good long setup here, however. It is hard to find a good entry here. Everything is so sideways. No clear entry. Market keeps trending higher. I can redraw a wider uptrend working higher. Something like this. Right now we have a broad two-legged pullback. The market is not reversing, however. I don't see any good clean setup. There's a decent high low that is right now confirming the fact that you have two-legged pullback down, strong push above EMA, but the bar is big again. The bar needed to be much smaller so we can enter. Broad two-legged pullback, push above EMA, higher highs and higher lows. So right now we have a downtrend working lower. We expect, actually, we have tiny overshoots, so we gotta be careful because we can have stronger pullback in the opposite direction. I cannot take a second entry long after overshoot. The downtrend needs to get new extreme. Okay, this is now a new low, first entry short, second entry short feather. This is stronger bearish trap. The single bar is quite neutral, but it is quite small. You can consider, but I would still personally be waiting for this downtrend getting a new extreme to make sure there's going to be that second leg working lower. Let's see. I'm going to project the measured move. It worked for a scalp. You can see easy scalp, so no problem. Market's going two sideways, flat EMA. Okay, the measured move is almost reached. Can we get it? Yes, borderline reached. We have now consolidation. Small trend range, EMA exactly in the middle of these bars. So we don't want to be looking for setups while the price action is congested like this. And this is mainly second entry long, fell breakout. And this is decent entry to take a chance, but it is starting to be a little bit too late. Market needs to get new high, and now it's getting way too late. So this is the overall structure for today. Decent price action, a lot of setups the first half. The second half was much calmer, but the first half really offered a lot of setups. So I hope you had a good trading day. I hope you find the video educational. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.